him in Cali years ago, 5 years ago.
Okay.
He's always hit me up, always finds a way. He's been blocked on here for years and he always finds a way. During that time, he was like asking for help, and I paid for his room actually a couple nights, and he was like basically saying that he needed somewhere to stay. And I'd been friends with him for a long time already, and he was like basically in Cali back in the day, he tried to get me to stay out in Cali and live with him, and I didn't.
Mm.
He got mad and left the family, and then we fell out, and then he comes back around all the time. So
So what happened
I
6 months
basically
ago?
went and got him um, because I guess kept saying he's going to go to jail. He didn't have money to pay for the fucking room. I paid for it like 2 nights, um, and then brought him back here. Um, he said he was going to like help me pay. I even told him like even when you get a roommate, everything's supposed to be easier, not harder. Like, but no. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
So you brought him back. You paid for the room. He was gonna go to jail for whatever reason. You brought him back to you. Okay, and you two were dating and fucking, correct? So
Well,
okay, we'll
here
get
and
there. We'll
there.
get here and there. Okay, we'll get there. So the first few months was everything okay? Like how was this going? Working? Did he
No,
like
basically, whenever he got here, he thought he was just going to be able to use my car and be able to go wherever he wants. Well, he's not on my insurance, and that's what I told him. And I'm not going to let you drive my car, right?
okay.
Um, which I'm so glad because this whole situation would have been way worse if I would have been letting him use my car this whole time because it just would have been way worse. I'm so glad
Okay.
that I never let him use my car.
So what was going on for the first few months? How was it? Was everything okay? Because he has been on Beagle, he has been streaming. Did he help pay for anything? What exactly was going on when he was there?
No, he doesn't pay for anything. He always says he has to pay for his fees for the low thing, his court fees. That's where all his money goes. And once he gets done with that, then he'll be a man of his word and all this shit, bro. This
Okay.
man, yeah,
Okay. So, but also you do understand that that makes you look boo boo the fool because you kept him
obviously,
there. Yes, and you took
obviously.
accountability for that. You do understand that you don't look like the glass is,
This
to
is
the
my
top.
dumbest mistake I've ever made.
Yes. Okay, but after like the first month when he's telling you, okay, I got my court fees and all of that, blah, blah, blah. Were you guys immediately intimate or did it like, how did this work?
No, so how he works is he'll punish you with not like if you do something, that's how he wants to punish you. Like, oh well, you ain't getting dick. Okay, the fuck, like, but
Yeah.
that's his like punishment to his girls, I guess. That's
When
what
did
he
he
does.
first when did he first hit you?
When I locked him out of my house
What happened? How many months in was this? And tell us what happened.
the first month,
Okay. What happened exactly? Why did you lock him out of the house and what exactly happened?
he left in the middle of the night while I was on live, and I guess thought that he could just go out and hang out with girls or whoever. Bro, every time he would say, he always says, like, I have this girl, that girl. Like, if you have ever been involved with him, you will realize he keeps contact with any girl he's ever been with. Like, he latches on to every girl. So he talks to the girl Destiny that he first was ever in a relationship with still. Like, he talks to all these girls still.
Mhm.
So he he'll be on FaceTime with him. He was still calling MK every day, Barbie every day. Like he I'm already like a like jealous person, I guess. I'll admit it. But yeah, no, you're not gonna live in my house and just like leave and go do whatever and just come back. Like no.
Security, just a second. Security, admin, if you get a chance, do kick out that person who made the lottery for me, please. Thank you. Okay, so he left to go do whatever with the girl. You tried to lock him out of your house. What happened?
I locked my front door.
Uh-huh.
Um, got in immediately, broke my front door. He
Broke
can
your
break in
front
a
door.
house. He knows how to break in a house. He's broken my house several times.
And then what happened?
Um, we got into an altercation at the top of the stairs. And that was the first time he put his hands on me.
What did he exactly do to you?
He's just so he never exactly punched me in my face. He didn't ever ball up a fist and punch me in my face. He would
Okay.
hit my head really hard like this, or he'd grab my arm, he'd push me down the stairs, push me into a wall. Like it wasn't like he always says, I would never ball up my fist and hit a woman. Okay, well you do everything else. Like
You
literally
said
I have a bruise. I have a picture of my bruise. I don't know if I sent I don't know if I had told Samwa then. I think I that was when I told Winter, my host. I called
do you
her
look
and I told
do you
her,
have do you have the picture still?
yeah,
Would you mind showing it?
yeah, I'll show you the dates. It's from my front door and my arm.
Yes. Could you show it to us? You sent it?
Yeah.
Okay, just a second. Just a second. Just a second. I'm going to show it right now. So that was the front door, and those were some of your bruises, correct?
Yeah. Wait, did you show it?
We can't hear you, Smiley.
Did you show it?
Can you guys hear her?
Did you show it? I didn't see you show it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Yeah. Oh, wait. It didn't. It didn't. Yeah. Hold up. Give me just a second. They didn't see anything. Let me take a picture and I'll show it right now. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Give me just a second. I'm going to show it. Give me just a second. Sorry. Just a second. Let me flip this and let me switch you and me. Give me just a second. Okay. This is the door, right?
And look at the date.
This is the door. This is 1/1/26.
No, that's when I sent it. Click your
Oh,
photo.
sorry. What date is it? What date is it?
Oh, you cropped it off?
Yeah, hold up. It's June 25th. June 25th. And here are the bruises. And this is right after he got there. Yes. This is the bruises on the arm. It's purple, black, and blue, as you see. So now one immediately is going to say, Smiley, as you know, people are immediately going to say, why not? If this happened in the first month of him breaking back into your house, if all of these things happen, why not go to the police? Of course, someone's going to ask and pose that question.
I guess I was scared. I mean, he has a gun. He's in my house. Like, I don't know. I didn't have my phone. If you look at the dates, that's like 2 days later. Like he doesn't let you out. Like when stuff like that happens, you don't have your phone. Like, and then you're over it by then. You got talk sweet too. Like everything's fine after that. So
Yeah, it's
I guess
manipulation. I get it. I get it. Take a second if you need to. You can take a second. I know that's hard. I understand. Take a second if you need to. I get it. I get it. Um, like you said, you got talk sweet too. You continued engaging in sex with him and cooking breakfast and because things seem sweet
no,
afterward.
I was made. I had to cook him 3 meals a day because he wants to gain weight. And that's what a woman should do. They should cook for their man every day. Like so, if I didn't make him breakfast before he woke up, it was a fucking it was the worst day ever. Like if I that's why I don't stream in the day anymore. Like I literally stream at night and I stream downstairs because he wants to stream out in my upstairs area where I can literally hear him. People in my stream can hear him. Like
Yeah.
and I used to always text him like, "Hey, I can hear you. Like you're so loud." Like
Did you when you started to tell your other people these scenarios that were going on with some of the abuse and breaking in and stuff, did any of these people say, call the police, get him out? Like what were those conversations like with those people? And what was your response in those conversations?
so the first person I told was my host Winter. Um and that's because she and I were really close. Then he started to threaten her and make it like a thing. Like I have texts from him telling me to go check her. Like, and mind you, I'm in real life with this man, so he's literally trying to control how I even like my relationship with her. So I just stopped talking to her. I, she I just stopped talking to her altogether because she knew and she was online saying it. And when she would say it to people, it would all backfire back to me. Like if she was online talking about how, or like her little friends like Mally and Johnny and all them, if they were like trolling about me getting hit because I called her that one time because she told them that, it was like, bro, it was hell inside our house. Like,
No, and I think it's easy for people to call
like
you
Tito
stupid.
made everything worse. Like everything. If I was in Star, my agents panel, and Flacco came up in the box, I would leave immediately. But it was that was it. It all came back on me. Like
Yeah.
I would even tell him, like I was in Star's panel and Flacco came in there and he would like raise hell, bro. Like so bad, so bad.
I think people, and I think it's easy for people to say, why not go to the cops? Why not, tell someone, why not get them out? But when you are scared, I just want to be very clear. I understand because when you're not a combative person. So when you have someone who is so aggressive and has a weapon
I've
and
never had
also,
anyone even be like that with me ever. Because I'm not even aggressive, dude. I don't even like conflict. I'm not even good at talking about my feelings to people. Like,
yeah, yeah.
and that was always a problem. I'm not affectionate enough. He said, MK would run up to me like, I'm sorry, daddy, get on your knees. I don't do all that. Like, I just won't talk to you all day. I'll go to the dog park. I'll do my own thing. And that was always a problem. I wasn't affectionate enough. I didn't like cater to him enough. Like, he wanted to feel like a man. And
No, I get it. I get it.
I
I get
didn't
it.
do that to him, I guess. I
I
don't
get it.
fucking.
I get it. I get it. So, um, those comments are swiped, right? The comments are
Yeah.
swiped.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get back on the timeline here, okay? But also before we even get to that, tell me about the scenario where you were bleeding from the head and what happened and he told you what to do. Because there were a lot of times if you have bruises and you're getting beat up, to the rest of social media, people are like, oh, she just stopped going live in the morning. We don't know why, but you're also covering up certain things. What was going on with that scenario where you were bleeding and what were you
That
told?
was about that was about another Bigo thing. It was like a 3v3 and they were talking shit about, I guess, me and him living together and all this shit. And it was, I'm pretty sure that incident was when like Corey and them were trolling. Anytime people would troll me, or late night and like I guess basically like about him hitting me, he would always like say it's because I told that little girl, which he refers to Winter as the little girl, my business. And he only called MK when that happened. Someone he could trust. I called a little girl, and she told all of Vigo. So
So
we
what
were in
what exactly
we were in
happened?
the
What happened?
kitchen. We
Yeah, go
were in
ahead.
my kitchen, and he was watching the live, and I was cleaning. I was literally cleaning downstairs, like, and he just starts like talking about it to me, and we're like talking, and I told him I just want to do what I want, because he's like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I just want to do what I want. And I said it like that. And he literally pushed my head into the fucking, like, my windows have like a seal, and it's the corner, and it hit the corner perfectly. My head was gushing, and he's still yelling at me. And I'm like, my head is bleeding. And he's like, get in the fucking shower. He tore down my shower curtain. He's like, fucking shower, bitch. I'm like, my head is bleeding. And then I went out, and I'm like sitting there, and I don't know if I think I had already told Sandwa at that point, and I'd been talking to Sandwa about it, and I didn't know really what to do. I think that part was after the day when I felt like he beat up my dog, and my dog has not. She was not the same. She's fine now. Like now that she's not around him,
Mhm.
but she was being so weird, Zeus. Like after that day, when I feel like he beat my dog, that's when I called Sandwa for the first time and told her. And then the time he did my head is when I finally told my mom, which I'm not like a type to tell anyone anything. Like I just keep everything to myself. I don't tell my mom anything. That's what I told him. I was like, you realize I've never told my mom about half the shit I've been through. None of it. Like for what? But
Mhm.
this I have to, and it's right. It's like the worst time to even want to even bring my mom into that and have her worry. Um, so yeah, but
Okay. So you felt like he did something. How was your dog? Like what happened? Do you know anything with that
so
situation?
I go on walks every day. Like every day, I just like to go on walks. Like that's always been my thing. I like to get fresh air. I like to go on a nice fucking walk. Like get outside, you know. Um, I went on a walk, and I guess Peanut, he had let her upstairs. Which when the whole time I've lived in that house, I don't let my dogs on my carpet. So the dogs on the carpet is his thing because his fucking dogs are on the carpet. So he let my dogs upstairs, and I guess Peanut was sick. Mind you, my dogs are grown. Like they don't go to the bathroom inside. Like they're grown as fuck, like trained. Um, so I guess she like had diarrhea upstairs, and when I came home, Zeus, he made me fucking get on my hands and knees, scrub the diarrhea, right? And Peanut was so sad, and she looked so scared. And ever since that day, she'd never been the same. And he's like, I threw her down the fucking hallway. Mind you, the hallway is the stairs. If he's upstairs, he threw her down the stairs, dude. She's never been the same. Never. And she's the sweetest. She's a golden retriever. Like,
Yeah.
so I know he did something to her, and since that, I just felt like a bet. Like I've had one dog for 12 years, one dog for 5, and nothing has ever happened to them. They've never been homeless, for damn sure. They've
Mhm.
always had food, always had water. No one's ever put their hands on them. I've never even left them with random people. So the fact that I felt like I failed, like
Oh, it's okay. It's
I
okay.
don't know. I
It's
felt
okay.
like I was hurting more than myself at that point. So I'm like, I gotta tell somebody else. And I told Samwa, and um, ever since then, I've just been trying to figure out how to get away, basically get out. I've been said I don't want to be with this man. Like I've been told him that. Like, and then it's like a cycle. Like I knew even if I went back this time, which I got to tell you guys why I even left this
We'll
time.
get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Um,
We keep going.
but if I would have went back, it would have he would have convinced me I owe you the world. Like I have so many texts from this man saying he owes me the world. Um,
No, I get it. And you know what, the thing about it is this is part of the cycle. This is manipulation is a big part of this. When someone's an abuser or someone, is physically assaulting, they do all this and then, will try to make you feel special and coddle up to you until the next time they get upset again. It's sadly. And a lot of people, people are immediately easy to say, go to the police, go get them out, all that. But sometimes you feel like you don't have a voice, and sometimes you're terrified in your own space and you don't know what to do. So I
Like,
get it. I
cops are
get
gonna come get him out one day, and then what? I'm still there with him. The
exactly,
fuck?
exactly, exactly. And it is, and you do understand your part, and even allow allowing him to come to that space, because we've seen, and that's why a lot of people ask, why would you allow him, because we've seen his history back and forth. But thank you for clarifying, like, that you guys have had conversations and interactions. Now let's get to what exactly was going on with him. Did he tell you, like, oh, I'm gonna start getting mail here, oh, like, let's go
No,
half
but
and
whenever
half
I
on
just
stuff?
was looking back before the pictures of the door, he had
Hmm.
got mail here. I'm pretty sure before I even went and picked him up. He sent
Wow.
his debit card here, and he had me take a picture of the front and back of it, and I have it still in my thing. And I
Hmm.
sent it to him because he needed a new debit card and he was in the hotel. So I think it was his plan all along. Now that I even looked at that, because bro, that was before he even came here. He got mail, and
So then he
because I
started.
was thinking, I'm like, when was the first time he even got mail here? And then I looked back just for that door pic, and I have a picture of the front and back of his card because he got it mailed here, and I took a picture of it so he can use it on his like digital.
Of course, he set it up. So, child, I would have used that debit card and went. Well, I don't think there's that much on there. So wait a minute. Okay, so is there anything else in that house that is in his name, like that he get? Like, did he go half on? I know he wasn't paying rent. Did he go half on besides the mail, like a cable, electricity, any bill at all, or is it just the mail?
No, he
So
doesn't have anything
everything,
in his name.
he doesn't
He
have a
didn't
thing in
even
his
have
name.
stuff in his name in Vegas. It was in Lauren's name. That nothing in his apartment was not in his name. That was in Lauren's. Everything was in Lauren's name.
Who's Lauren?
This white girl in Cali that was his got him an apartment, I guess.
So he doesn't have
That was
anything in his
how he
name.
had that apartment.
Oh,
I don't know what happened to them, but Persian is she will come and talk too. The
yes.
girl
Is
he's
she
just
is?
with TikToks.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
says she's such a good
Is she
step dad.
here? Is she here?
I can get her to come. She said she'll
Get her
come.
to text her to come and just wait, and then after your segment, I'll bring her in the box and we can speak as well, because she obviously has
Well, she might be
just,
watching.
yeah. So
And
let's
mind
finish.
you, I didn't hear her story until I just left. I've never talked to her on a basis like that. So
Yeah. So let's get into this. Okay. So he's getting mail sent there. We know that he's physically assaulting you. We saw the bruises. We saw that. And you said there are holes in the wall. Is there anything else in your house besides the door like where he's hit you? And are there any, like, other thing damage to the property as well? Pictures or anything?
I
Do you
mean,
have
there's
any more?
some all throughout my wall that I've patched with like putty,
Okay, so
but they're
you
not
patched
staying
it.
in the yet. Not
Yeah.
all of them. There's a
Okay.
lot.
So you were just patching up the holes in the wall and stuff, the places that he would hit you into and things of
Oh
that
yeah,
nature.
he was supposed to fix my door. He had a whole combo with my mom saying he was going to fix my door and all this stuff. But
What was your mom's thought process knowing that he was assaulting you in this manner after she knew that? Why not your mom come and get you, or call the police or get him out? Why not your mom take those steps to protect her daughter, one would say?
my mom has tried everything that she can do to get him out. She's even offered him $1,000 to leave.
Mhm.
He
And
still
what
won't
was it?
leave. He
So
doesn't have
she
to.
just she just thought she just didn't think to call the police when she heard that her daughter was, being
I
assaulted.
told her not to
There we go. Why did you tell her not to? Because
because
you
I didn't
were.
want him to go to jail. I just wanted him out.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Okay. And you know that probably was not the smartest move. Yeah. And listen, I
My
don't want
mom
to come.
just found out last month. This month, maybe.
Yeah. And I don't want to come down on you for that. And I just want to say this publicly, like, because abuse is mental and physical. But if you're ever in these situations, absolutely call the police. Or if you call a friend or you're a friend of someone who contacts you, absolutely call some type of authorities. You know what I'm saying? But at the same
You
time,
want to
I
know
understand.
something? Still to
Yeah,
this day, I haven't called the police.
I get it. I
I
get it.
mean, like to the house.
No, I
Like
get
I
it. I
haven't
get it.
called the police.
And I don't want to kick you while you're down, but you're stupid for that. You know that.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know that's not your smartest move. And I understand the fear and I understand all that. But also, I understand he's got a gun. I understand all those things happen. But, a lot of this could have been avoided. But I'm not here to tear you down because I want you to tell your story. But just do understand that the police, and there are sources out there, there are hotlines, there are plenty of things you can do to help with this process. So tell us what exactly happened, because word around the curve is you got evicted from your own house, even though everything is still in your name and he only gets mail there and is still there. But what made you say this month, after 6 months of going through this, I'm going to grab my two garbage bags with some clothes, my dog and my cat, and I'm leaving? What happened?
So, as you guys know, I have an agency, and he recruited one host for me. It's this girl, J Baby. She's like this thick, cute, uh, white girl. She
Mhm.
was in his family, and he would like, I guess, talk to her a lot and coach her. I barely talked to her. Like, I just would like, talk to her about like whatever she would ask me about, cash now or stuff like that, or I'd go in her live and just like motivate her a little bit. But I hadn't like had like combos with her, but he'd been talking to her and I guess like telling her what to do, and I don't know what the fuck kind of combos they've been having. But basically she was talking to this boy Tony, who is in uh I don't know if you guys know Tony, but anyway, she was talking to him, and it late night ended up getting into it with him, told her to block him and all this shit, trying to control her. And then came in my room and was like, or maybe he even texted me, but he's like, you need to block Tony. And I'm like, why? Like, okay. So I just blocked him because at that point, I was already like, I don't want any conflict. I always tried to avoid conflict at all. So I'm like, okay. So I just blocked him. And then Tony would always troll me, like, or not troll me, but he would come in my live and be like, why'd you block me? Like on foo-foos and like all this shit. So this happened. Well, he told me, he came in my bathroom when I was getting ready, and he's like, J Baby's been talking to Tony. She's been talking shit on me and you. And he comes in there like all pissed off, and he's like, how do you alter people's pay? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what do you mean alter people's pay? He's like, in your agency, how do you alter people's pay? And I was like, I don't know, I don't do that. Like, I don't be messing with people's pay. Like, I don't know. And like, he was like, well, figure it the fuck out. Message your admins right now. And I have a message of me messaging my admins, like, how to, because, and I'm literally in the moment. Like, I just did what he said. Like, so I just asked. Granted, I asked the wrong chat, but, um, so then he left, and he's in J Baby's live telling her she's not going to get paid. This is my host, telling her she's not going to get paid. And I'm like, what the fuck? Which I didn't even know that at this point. I didn't know he was telling her that. So then he comes in my bathroom and he's like, give me your phone. Gave him my phone. Anytime he asked me, I just gave it to him. Gave him my phone. He noticed I wasn't logged into Bigo because I would always log out because that's my work. Like, God forbid. Like, um, so he comes back. He's like, log in your Bigo. I said no. He said, pack your shit, go to your mom's. I said, okay. So I left. I packed stuff and I just left. I took on my dogs, and he's like talking shit the whole time I'm packing shit. And in my head, I'm thinking, like, I don't. Okay, so I have dragons in my wallet. I'm not a broco. Like, he could have got to his fucking tier with my dragons. And I already knew what he was going to do. He's going to send my fucking dragons to himself to hit his tier. Literally. And then whenever I said that after I left in text message, he was saying, no, I was going to see your block list. No, the fuck you weren't, dude. you're telling my host she's not going to get paid, and you're trying to send my dragons to yourself. I know what the fuck you're doing. Like, no, like, so that was where I left. It was like he's literally trying to ruin everything of mine, like everything. Like, it's not. It was like my breaking point. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just like, you're not gonna mess with my work.
Yeah. But you know what, Smiley, and I got to say this to you because we're going to hit some other points in just a second. That shouldn't be your breaking point. It shouldn't have ever got
It
there when
was
he
all
first.
of it added up, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, all of
So
it added up exactly. And I know you've never been in this situation, so I'm not trying to beat you down. Please understand that, you know? But you got to love yourself a little bit more and know that you will never be in this situation again. Don't let anybody ever put their hands on you mentally or physically. You don't have to be confrontational at all, but you also have to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? And this is a hyper situation because this is Beagle and look what happened with this person. But don't ever let anyone, make you feel a certain type of way, physically assault you. You have bruises on your body, your head, you have a gash in your head. You know what I'm saying? Someone, and then, them taking your phone and trying to send dragons. Fuck this app and fuck that money. You are more important than all of that. Do you understand? Let's talk about the sex before we talk about the gay stuff. Let's talk about the sex first. What did you want to say about that? Because you were having sex with this man.
yeah. So like the first like I don't know, probably week, he like wanted to have sex all the time. Then after that, it was a punishment. And but what I noticed is he don't really like his thing don't really like work like that all the time. And whenever I like said something to him about it, he said that it started doing that with Persian, and like it just gets like soft, like unless you like are sucking it, basically. Like unless you suck, I don't know. But basically, he he always says it would be because he finds attraction to women who cook for him all the time and do this for him and make him feel like a man. But
But you were doing all of that.
huh?
You were doing all of that.
When I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't as affectionate and caring towards him as most girls are to him, I guess. Like I
Yeah.
didn't I'm just not really that affectionate of a person. I don't really know. But
Well, I mean, it's hard to be affectionate to someone who's slamming your fucking head in and breaking into your house and putting holes in the wall. It's a little
yeah,
hard to
even
do.
regardless of that, I'm just not. But
Yeah.
yeah, obviously too.
Yeah.
But
So what, if anything, has to do with the gay allegations, sexuality, anything of that
no,
nature?
I hear all of that. I heard that more so from her. Like when I asked her if that's how he was with her too, because
Who?
whenever I left
Who?
Persian, so when I left, I something in me just told me like I was at my friends. I left and went to my friends, and I was like, you know what? I've never had a convo with Persian about her experience with him. Like I've never even heard like I've just heard his side really. So I texted her and I'm like, hey, can you like what would did late night live with you, and like what was your experience with him like? And she told me everything, and it broke my heart, which he always told me he treats me better than all the other girls. Like he always told me that. He's put MK in the corner. He don't put me in the corner.
In the
He
corner?
used
In
to
the corner?
in the corner. He used to do the same to Persian. Put them in the corner. God forbid. I told him I would have been left you. Like he knew what he could and could. Like he knew, I guess, what I would deal with and what I wouldn't. Like, and he would always tell me like, "Oh, I'm trying to be a better man for you. Like, I'm trying to, change. I don't want to be angry," which I do believe he probably doesn't want to be angry like that. But that that's just how he is. Like,
What else has he? What else has he? What else has he done to these women besides putting them in the corner?
I mean, Persian will come up and talk. She says as long as he's not here by law, she
No,
can.
he's not. He's not. He is not allowed. This is you, and Persian can come up as well. Persian. What's her name in the queue? And I know we showed the bruises. If you guys didn't see, we showed the bruises on her body. We showed the holes in the door where he broke in. If you guys did not see all of that. Um, we showed that as well. She's got purple, black, and blue bruises on her body, on her arm where he grabbed her and he hit her, assaulted her and things. What is her
Her name is Persian Princess. I don't know if she's here or not though.
Persian princess in the queue? Okay. Oh, I see
Okay.
her. Perfect.
She says she's not gonna cam up, but she'll come up.
That's absolutely fine.
Hi
Hi, Persian.
guys.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing
Sorry, my
great.
baby's in the background. You might hear my baby in the background.
That's okay. Just a second, because people wanted to see this one more time. So let me just show this really quick, Persian, before I have your intro. So here, in case you did not see it, let me switch you, Smiley. Here is, and I know this might be a little triggering for some of you guys, but it's part of my job. Here is the door that he broke into, by the way. This was on June 20th, like 2 days after he moved in. This is the door. As you see, it's broken into. And these are the bruises on her body. There's the purple, the black and blue. There's I'm guessing, handprints on her arm, things of that nature. So, just to be very clear, everyone, um, in case you did not see it. Okay. Oh shoot, I don't mean to turn my camera off. Before we get to you, Persian, Smiley, was there anything else in this situation? No, I mean, not anything else. So this man is literally, before we get to Persian, this man is literally in your house right now, Smiley. And he, after you left, everything is still in your name. That is still your property, electricity, Wi-Fi, everything, right? The only thing he has in there is mail being delivered. But the reason why you're not able to just get him out and evict him right now is because in that state, if someone has mail or anything coming there by law, I think it's anywhere, then you can't just get them up and out of there. You have to go through the court process, correct?
Mhm.
And that's currently happening right now. So he's currently
He's an
squatting in
unauthorized tenant. That's what he's
an
called.
unauthorized tender. Okay. Now I want to ask you this. Have you, because people want to know these questions, have you turned off the electricity? Were you paying for that phone? Have you stopped the Wi-Fi? What have you done, if you, to whatever comfortability you want to speak about, to prevent him from keep utilizing your services while you're not there?
I kind of don't want to talk about that because I
Got
don't.
it. Don't have to. Moving right along, because it's part of it. Yep. Moving right along. Okay. So was there anything else in this whole scenario that you wanted to tell us in your interactions with him while he was there for 6 months?
I will say, so he keeps trying to spin a narrative that I don't like black women or his black supporters. It's like he keeps trying to spin.
Hold up.
Why I
Pause.
told him,
Pause. Baby, over here, you don't even have to explain
but
yourself for that.
no, but I wanna explain why I said that about Petty and why I think she's next. He told me that she, his supporter, right,
Mhm.
um, is going to get a big settlement, and she was offering to take him on a vacation. Why the fuck would I not think that's the next bitch? Why the fuck would I not think you're plotting? Like, you're telling me that this bitch is getting some big settlement for God knows what, and you're taking her. She wants to take her on vacation. Like, that's so weird. Like,
Yeah.
but
But
so he
also let
keeps
me
trying to say that. Like, that's so
but
weird.
also let me tell you something. Also let me just say this. What the fuck does that have to do with what is going on? Let me tell you something. You're not racist, but if you was the most biggest MAGA left wing called motherfuckers niggers and hoes and chinks and the F word, what the does that have to do with any of this? Nothing. That's nothing. So everything is still in your name in that house.
It's just the like he doesn't realize that I have a bigger platform than him. Whether he's messy, gets 600 views, I have a bigger platform than him, and I hit bigger goals than him. More people like me than him, and so he belittles us to make us feel this big to where he thinks that we won't talk. That's why nobody talks. That's why nobody wants to talk. I didn't even want to talk. I'm embarrassed more so than anything on here. Like
Of course.
My main
even
And
in
reason
real
why
life,
I mean,
like
I talked
with
about
my
it when it happened
friends.
to me years ago, but the reason why I stopped talking about it was because I ain't got shit to prove for these big old losers. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what do you got to prove to them, Smiley? You know what I mean? Half these people in real life, yeah, they got 60K following on here, but in real life, they got 1,000 followers on Instagram. Like, motherfuckers are losers. You don't have to prove nothing to these motherfuckers. I tell you that every time. Like, you ain't got to prove. You don't even
Wait a
need to
minute,
come up here
Persian.
and talk about it because he's
Wait a minute,
literally,
Persian.
everyone knows.
Wait a minute, Persian. Wait a
Go
minute. Wait
ahead.
a
It's
minute.
just,
I'm,
it's
I'm
just, I don't
come.
like.
I'm gonna give you your segment in just a second. But Smiley, let me just say this in closing with you. And stay right there, Smiley. Don't go anywhere. You know, like I said, I'm not going to beat you while you're down, but you also do know that there's a lot.
Dumb as hell. Like, I'm literally dumb
Yes,
as hell.
yes. And you should be embarrassed and you should be feeling stupid. But at the same time, all of that does not account for you to have him to put his hands on you, and for you to be mentally abused and physically abused. There's no excuse for that. That is the principle of everything. And that is not okay. Yes, you've made some dumb decisions. Yes, you let someone in who had a past. Yes, you were still, sleeping with them and allowing them to do all that, and your breaking point should not have been dragons and all of that. But none of that is a reason for a person to do what they did to you and you to be in this situation. Because regardless of how stupid you were in allowing them in, I'm sure you weren't doing that for the purpose of it to end up like this. So, understand that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to hold you accountable for that. But hopefully when this all
You
finishes,
want to
you
know
will
what he was trying to get me to do?
what?
What was about to conspire? So this was not supposed to go like this, mind you. Next month, he wanted me to co-sign for him to get a place. I'm honestly so glad this transpired. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
so he can work on our relationship and be
Well,
close to each
right
other.
now, I don't know if you've seen the videos, but he's currently in there breaking shit, throwing shit around, crashing, breaking stuff, crashing out.
Wow.
And yeah, there's videos of him doing all that, and I'll show that in just a second. Let's get to you, Persian princess. Hi, so you're the lady who used to do TikToks with him online a few years ago.
Yeah.
First and foremost, can you tell me, because I'm hearing that you got put in the corner, how did you meet late night? And what the fuck does it mean to be put in the corner?
Honestly, it's honestly so embarrassing. It's probably like very embarrassing, but you have to be vulnerable and talk about this stuff because there are other victims out there, and it's like a lot of, like she said, a lot of people are scared to show their vulnerable side. They're scared to show that at one point I was a weak bitch, like people don't want to show that. But like you crying right now, Smiley, I respect you because you're being vulnerable right now. You're showing people, like, look at you. We don't ever see you cry. I don't know. I've been on Bigo maybe 3 years on and off. I've never seen you in tears. I've never seen you in tears, like I don't even know you all that well, but girl, I just know that you are not everything that he's saying about you. Everyone know. Like I don't even know why anyone is even believing him at this point. It's the same storyline every new girl. But how I met him was I moved out here to LA. I was a big film producer at the time. I just broke up with a guy that I was with for 5 years, and he was a big director out here in LA, and he was also very abusive to me. So I went from abuse to abuse, okay? But the abuse that I had from my director boyfriend was not like as severe as what late night was doing. It was like maybe an intro to abuse. This man would cheat on me and like hit me if I went through his phone, but then he'd buy me a Chanel bag and send me on a trip. And I was just in la la land for a long time. Okay. Got out of that relationship with him. And maybe 3 months later, like the dumbass bitch I was, just looking for love, I threw a huge party here in LA for my girl's birthday party, huge mansion party. I mean, helicopters in the sky, shit was crazy. So she told me, like, well, what type of guys do you like? Because I can't find a guy in LA that I like. I have a certain type. Okay. And she was like, well, I met this guy at another party. Let me show you his pictures. And of course, the first view of late night is, oh my God, he's gorgeous. Put me on, girl. Like I didn't know, but fake green eyes, the tattoos, the hair, the swag. You're like, oh shit, right? So she's like, okay, I'll invite him. So she invites him and his best friend, who's now my fiance at the time. Now, but back then was his best friend, my fiance Dre. And that night, late night keeps always telling me that night he came for Larissa, my blondie, right? Because he's obsessed with blondes. And he didn't really want anything to do with me. And he brought Dre for me, right? But I didn't like Dre. I was so interested in late night. And I guess I was so cool and I smoked weed and I was lit and I was like the host of the party. So, of course, he gravitated towards me. That night, I should have known, but From that night, he never wanted to leave my side. From the party, he was like, you want to go to my place? I got a place, but I also had a 3-story townhome right down the street. Okay. So he was like, I got an apartment. You want to go to my place? I was like, well, do you want to just go to mine? Mine's right down the street. Like, I just got this new townhome. Like, there's no furniture in there. Probably like 3 months. Like, as soon as I broke up with the director dude, I moved into this apartment. 3 months later, late night. And LA is expensive, right? So I didn't have a lot of money. I'm not flexing to be someone like I have money or nothing. So it took me a while to get like my place and my shit together, especially coming from a relationship where a man was the one paying for my everything. I had nothing, you know? So I'm starting from the ground up. And when I was like, okay, I think we went to his place first. And we get in a car and it's a Mercedes. And I'm like, oh, this guy has money. Whole time, you guys, this is Mala. I don't know if you guys know, Late Night had a sugar mama named Mala. Her name was on that lease for his apartment. That was her car. Everything was in her name. I didn't know, right? I'm looking at the facade, okay? So I go with him to his place. Next thing you know, within 2 days, like we kept going to my place, his place, my place, his place. He was like, we should just live together. And at that point, no suspicion, right? Because he has his own place and I have my place. So everything at that moment made sense to me. He was like, look, you're paying like 3K for your place. I'm paying 225 for my place. Like, why don't I just rent out my apartment to somebody and then I'll move in with you and we can go half on the rent and build this townhome up and make it all lit. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds so great. Just all giddy up and ready to go for it. And he's love bombing me. I'm talking about kissing on me, not leaving my side, texting me when I go to the store. I just want to call you, tell you I miss you. I was like, this boy really loves me, Bada boom, bada bang. After a couple months, well, actually, it was that first week. I don't know he was on Bigo. I didn't know nothing about this live streaming shit. Okay, I'm nobody on Instagram either. I don't claim to be nobody either. Okay, so he's like going live, and he was telling me that he goes live on Bigo, and he's this famous person on Bigo, and it looked like he had a lot of followers. And I was like, oh shit, when he'd go live, the fake little bots, it'll be like 5-6K, and I'm like, oh my god, he's like somebody, So. So fucking stupid. So then I see him go on my balcony. He's like, excuse me for a second. I have to handle something. Goes on the balcony and starts hooting and hollering at the top of his lungs. I've never seen somebody scream like that. So he comes back in. And then in my head, I was like, oh no, girl. No, you're about to be with another one. But no, of course, I want to give it a chance. I want to see where it goes, So he comes in, he's like, I'm sorry, like, that's just my facade I put on. People think I'm an angry person. That's how I make my clout. Like, people hate me. I do storylines, I do this, but like, that's all for clout. Like, that's not really me. Like, I'm really like, you see, like how eventually over time, we all saw the fucking truth. And yeah, when you say put it in the corner, literally, like he would in my own house. I think at one time we had like he was on Miko. It was a Miko meetup and everybody was over there. And I wish I still had their numbers. And in front of everybody, he's like, go sit in the corner. Go to your room, face to the wall. But he would beat the shit out of me, y'all. And that's the one thing about Late Night. He can't fight. That's the one thing I'll give that short little motherfucker. That motherfucker can fight to the death, okay? He can really fucking fight. I've seen him fight gangs and groups of people and him win. That's the only thing he got on him. I'm not gonna lie, okay? So yeah, he will beat and I'm talking about worse than what you just seen on Smiley, okay? But remember, I'm coming from abuse. So I'm not knowing any it's just been abuse after abuse. I have no family out here, none of that stuff. So I was just fallen fair victim. There's so much more shit that happens, like where Smiley says she finally had her breaking point, where I finally had my breaking point. But like you said, Zeus, breaking point should have been as soon as you see that behavior, nah, get the fuck on with that.
Was he physically, because I know with Smiley, she said that he, would bang her head, and all this stuff like that, but never closed hand fist punched.
Oh no, he choked me. He almost killed me. He put me in a choke lock when I was kicking him out because I'm gonna just sum it up to the end, okay? Like, he done a lot of shit. Everybody don't need to know all the shit. I'm sure everyone already knows all the shit he's fucking done. But that final ending point was when I put cameras in my house because I kept seeing him post like stupid shit like motherfucking who wants to come over. I'm like, he can't be for real because this is my fucking house and I work a lot. So I go overnight and work, okay? So I put cameras in my house because that's another thing. I'm a very religious woman, right? So I would pray a lot. And he used to beat me up for praying to God. He told me if he saw me again praying to Jesus, he will beat the shit out of me again and again and again. Like, even if he saw me on my knees or hear me praying, he'll come in there like, what the fuck you doing? Like crazy shit like that, right? So I was praying to God and I was like, Jesus, like, I'm going to put these cameras in my house. And I was like, Father, please smack me in the. I don't know why. For me, cheating is always the breaking point, not abuse. I'm always with an abusive motherfucker. But when it finally came down, like when I left my ex of 5 years, I was like, okay, no more cheating. That's what I stamped, right? Like if anyone cheats on me, I'm immediately fucking done. And to that point, late night has not showed any signs of cheating, just abuse, control. Like Smiley says, he wants someone to cook it. He needs to be with another man. That's what he needs to be with, like he wants. He wants the world on the pedestal for him, and he ain't nothing. So the end, I put the fucking cameras in the house. I was like, Jesus, smack me in the face if like he's cheating on me or if there's anything I need to know, show me, right? I go to work and I usually work all night, but for some reason, like the place I was at was dead and they told me I can come home. It was like midnight. So I'm not even gone for that long. I'm gone from like 7 p.m. to like midnight. I come back and immediately go straight for the cameras that he doesn't know I had in his little den room that he had in my house. And sure enough, he brought a bitch that he met on a fucking another app, fat. Like I'm talking about fat, like almost 300 pounds. Big girl, big girl, okay? Brought her to my house and fucked the shit out of her, right? I ended up getting her information, writing her. And she told me that late night said to her that this was his aunt's house. By the way, I have a 9-year-old son. He was like 6 at the time, I think, or 7. He was in the other room, and she said that was his nephew. Because I was like, girl, my whole house is pink. She's like, yeah, he said that was his aunt's house. Bada boom, bada bang. When I kicked his ass out, like that's where he went with her, but he choked me. He wouldn't let me get to the door. I'm screaming. I'm trying to get to the door. Every time I open the door, he's slamming me to the ground. Literally takes my phone, so I can't call my mom. I can't call the police. I can't get to the neighbors. Locks me in a room. I'm talking about like I was scared for my fucking life. You guys want to say I can't even cry anymore? Like I've literally told this story a million fucking times, but I'm scared for that guy's he's very dangerous. I'm not gonna lie. He's very, very dangerous. And no girl has the strength to fight him. I don't care if you're from the streets. I don't care if you was raised like this motherfucker he knows what he's doing. So he put me in a chokehold until I literally passed out. But I thought in my head, like, this is it. I'm gonna be the girl in the story. The story that the fucking girl got murdered by her boyfriend. Like it was just the most
Oh my God.
get a restraining order. And I got a police report, like Smiley said. And like, I hope she does it herself, but I'm not stupid. Like, I know the law. So I never let that motherfucker get mail sent to my house. But at the same time, never asked for it. So after me, I'm sure he's squatted at multiple girls' houses. And he's probably been kicked out so many times that he got smart. Like, what can I do to plant my motherfucking feet? You know what? Mail. So as soon as Smiley picked him up, I can think the first month he started getting mail sent to your house, right? Because he is a professional con artist and that's what he's really good at. He needs to stop being a live streamer and just dedicate his life to con artists. Maybe go to Paris and pickpocket because that's his field. Literally, he's literally like that fucking good at getting where he needs to be, like that. He knows what he's doing. And I'm so mad that Smiley was another victim.
Yeah, she's currently. Thank you for telling your story, Persian. This whole put in the corner thing and turn around and look at the wall is absolutely insane. It really is, and it's horrible that all of this is going on currently with you guys. Hold up, this is a video. Just a second. Can someone send me the video on Instagram of him? There's the video of him. I'm looking for him where he's breaking the stuff right now, crashing out. Somebody send it to me on Instagram, please. My Instagram is Mr. MRCLOSS, Mr. Kloss. Thank you for telling your story, Persian. I appreciate you. I'm gonna bring it back to Smiley really quick.
Go ahead.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. And it's horrible that went through that.
Wait,
So
let
Smiley.
her tell about why she thinks he's gay and what she saw.
Oh yeah, the gay.
Yeah, let me get to the tea. Guys. Okay,
yeah,
so this was
sorry,
the
yeah.
part, right? So I went through his phone, right? And this was this is all before I put the videos up in my house, okay? So I went through his fucking phone. He doesn't think I go through his phone because he gets like when he goes into his deep trance, he'll go to sleep, right? It was back in Miami, and it's an equally just as good looking gay guy like him. Like, and I think my fiance knows the name of the guy. I think he's still on Bigo, so I can get that info for you. But he was out in Miami with him, and in the videos on their Snapchat, they're like tongue kissing, flicking. Like, I wish I could put cam up. I look so terrible. I don't want to cam up, but they're like tongue flicking and kissing, and they have like Snapchat filters with lipstick on, and they in the bathroom like flexing and posing in their Versace underwear and Versace robes together. together, but very gay, very gay. Okay, like there's not like, come on now, like you could, and then all the allegations with Kardashian when he was friends with Kardashian, you know, and then fucking every gay guy always like would tell me that like but they wouldn't go all the way, right? Because they're still kind of friends with him, so they would just give me hints where I'm like, it's enough to know that I'm at least
Did you
bisexual,
say
you
he was
know?
tongue kissing?
Yes, like tongue kiss, like flick, like okay, imagine we're taking a picture like a selfie, and I stick my tongue out, and then you stick your tongue out, and like you lick my tongue with your tongue, like instead
Yeah,
of a kiss, like
I'm gonna need you to go find those for me.
yeah, it was on his phone.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I
Damn.
went through
Okay.
his phone. I went through his phone.
Yeah, because he has
And then his
really.
porn search was lots of bisexual shit, bisexual threesomes, and like fat girls, not PHAT, big booty, big like oh no, like rolls. Okay, it makes sense because the girl that he fucked, like you wouldn't think that he would fuck girls like that, but I don't know, man. It might be a fetish, but he might have also did it for another place to say. But that gay shit, like oh, and the wig. The wig. So that TikTok. Okay, let me guys break down the TikTok for you. Okay. He wanted to get TikTok famous. He told me we could be the next Ace family with his platform. He's already viral on TikTok. We can do it, right? So we would do a lot of cute other TikToks, right? But let me tell you, they were never fun making it. This man ran a strict program, okay? So when it came to that one TikTok with the wig, I was wearing my wig and I had my dress on, and I couldn't get the spin, stomp, like pop, whatever, lock, drop it right. So he goes, "Oh my God, it's like spin, snap, pop, rock. Like, why can't you know what? Give me the wig. I can do it better than you." And I'm like, "You think you can? Okay, I'm not going to argue with you. Sure." Boy, first cut, nailed it. He killed it, right? And I was like, everyone was like, man, that's some gay shit. And I was thinking in my head, I was like, you know what? That is kind of gay how he's like, he kept the wig on after the TikTok, y'all. Like, he kept the dress on, he kept the wig on. He went on Bigo Live, got on with Supa, did a panel in the wig and everything. Like, listen, if I see guys on TikTok doing that with their wife and kids, you know, and I still think they got a little sugar in their tank when they do that, but maybe that's cute for them. But they don't sit there with the wig on. And then when I'm not home, putting the dress on and putting the wig on and like, come on now. Like right now, my fiance, if I said, hey, put this wig on, do a TikTok with me, he'd be like, no, bitch, what the fuck? Why would you even ask me to do some fucking shit like that, you know? But
Wow.
yeah, so he's
It's
fruity for sure. We all know
it's
that.
the,
There's a little sugar in the tank somewhere.
it's the tongue flicking with his friend for me.
It's the
Okay,
tongue
give me
flicking.
just a second. Let me just show you guys this currently.
Yeah, I gotta see this. I can't believe police aren't doing shit. It's crazy.
Well, we can't speak on that right now, and I know why, and I'm not going to out of the safety
Okay.
and protection of what Smiley has going on. So I respect that. But when all of that, when everything glazes over and finishes, and Smiley gives me the green light, then I will say the reason as to why we didn't speak on any of this and what's going on. When you're trying to get somebody out of your house, you have to go through a lot of
Yeah, absolutely.
precautions. So here we go.
What are you talking about? I'm going nowhere. I pay
Yeah,
rent.
This is a few hours.
10
This is a few hours ago, by the way.
Nowhere. You understand me? So no, as a man and as a woman, I built this bullshit. Where this
Sorry, this was yesterday.
Wow. He's mad because he's down to his last ass. That's why.
Yeah, I think, and I really had
Well,
faith in him.
this all
So if
came
you
to
guys
be
don't believe the
because
abuse, I mean, please look at that video. Tell me if you don't think he's
Well, I
capable
don't
of
know
doing
why they
this.
don't listen. I don't know why they don't believe the abuse. I literally just showed bruises on Smiley's arms. She said she has a gash in her head and was bleeding out. She hasn't been going live in the morning for this specific reason. I just showed y'all physical proof. And there's even more videos and things of that nature. Go ahead, Smiley.
this all
Oh,
came
also,
to be
sorry.
though
Go
because
ahead, go ahead, go
he
ahead.
he was live when I just went and took a sheriff to get my stuff. So that's how this all got brought to Vigo.
Yes.
Like,
We have that video too, as well. I know you sent me that as well. Of that going on. She did take a sheriff to get her things. Now because people would want to know this.
he tried to get rough with me then even. He fucking told me that he like stood in front of me like, you stole my phone? And I'm like, no, I didn't steal your phone. And then he's seen it on the counter. And then I tried to grab the Wi-Fi router and he caused all hell. And the sheriff, I didn't even want her to have to go through that because he was already getting rough with her. He was playing fuck the police. Like he was being so disrespectful. Like
Now, now,
So
now, one,
that's
now,
very
one, now,
unlikely.
people would
But I
also
just
let's clear this up as well because people were trying to say that you weren't sympathetic for Lexi's situation when we found out Flacco was physically, abusive to her, as in, claiming she said no, he said yes, and then he violated her, and she said he held her down, X, Y, and Z. But actually, in reality, I'll let you said that you actually came over and supported Lexi.
yeah, I went into her live and sent her a gift and told her to stay strong. I feel that just because I didn't have that experience doesn't mean that her experience isn't real, and just her boundaries are different than mine. Clearly, like she would probably never let this happen. But yeah. So no, I don't I believe her story. I don't put anything past what girls have to say. But
And if you guys want a male's opinion, my fiance just texted me. He's in this live right now. He said he is more than willing to come up and tell you his side of the story for used to being late night's best friend from back in the day. Because how do I imagine that? I married your ex best friend and had a whole baby with him. And we're so
Oh,
happy.
bring
And
him!
he has all the tea for you if you
Oh,
want to
bring
bring him
him!
up.
Where's he at? Let me get in the
Come on up,
queue.
Dre.
What's his name? Oh my!
What's your name on here? He's probably trying to be hidden in here. Hold on, he's gonna be in the queue.
Oh, well, they just keep coming from left and right.
mhm.
Shit.
I doubt
He's like, I
MK will
got
talk
something
because
to say.
when I tell you that if he called MK at any time, she'll answer. And he'll call her and cuss her out for Bigo shit
In the
since he's been
queue.
with you, he does that. He'll call MK all the time and cuss her out
Well,
still to
here's
this
the thing.
day.
Here's the thing.
Um,
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. And
but
I
how?
think, and here's the
And I
thing. I
always say, what person keeps contact with their ex or even cares what they're doing on an
Well,
app? Like,
I do think how you were airhead and a dumb as a box of rocks throughout this situation. I think MK is also the same and easily
or
gullible and
maybe she
manipulated.
doesn't have anybody, like
Yeah,
she
no,
probably just
but
she's
hold up,
probably 10
once
times more
again,
scared. I
but
have
once again,
some
that
people
doesn't
to be
mean
there
that she
for me.
deserves you. No, I get that,
No,
and
no, no,
just
no. I'm saying she doesn't have anybody, and maybe that's why she probably still doesn't feel comfortable saying anything,
yeah,
or
yeah,
telling her story. Like
yeah,
she doesn't feel safe still, probably, is what
yeah.
I'm
No, I
saying.
get it.
I didn't mean it like any other way.
And I'm very proud of you for being able to do this. And once you what's his name, Persian? So I can add him.
Oliver. It should be Oliver in the chat or in the queue. You probably
And
see it.
and I do believe NK, she's a sweet girl, and she probably does because she hasn't told anything or said anything of this, so she hasn't come out. So you might be right, Smiley. Maybe she
I'm
doesn't
gonna mute
feel,
myself, the
it takes a
baby.
lot of
But I
strength.
know what he's told me, and I know that he did not treat her good. Like, and I definitely feel bad for her as well.
Zeus. I don't even know how many girls is it. And you know what? Hold up just a second, Oliver. This is why this is such a
And I'm homeless if you
The
put me outside in the street.
initial, uh, I don't think that was the initial.
get you're confused and you're scared and you're weak emotionally, you don't know, abuse is different. It's not the easiest thing. It's easy for us from the outside looking in to be like, why didn't you just, until you're there, until you are, it's okay, boo, it's okay, I'll take you out there. Let me say this before I let you go, Oliver. It's easy for us to judge and say, well, why didn't you just, you could have just, it's easy for people to say that, especially if you've never been there. But I've worked with plenty of people and I've talked with plenty of people, and not everybody has the strength. Sometimes you don't feel like you have a voice, which is why, I'm proud of Lexi for speaking up. I'm proud of you for speaking up, Smiley. Proud of you, Persian, for speaking up, because you guys have receipts, you guys have photos, you guys have, all of this. And people do this so that you girls and men are silenced and afraid to speak up. And it's great that you tell your story because you might be influencing someone else to call the police, to tell a friend, to not have that person stay with them. You might save somebody's fucking life and you don't even know that. And that's what you have to understand that. So, and let me just say this before I let Oliver come up. Anybody, if you are in any of these situations, there are hotlines you can call. Google it, whatever state you're in, you can go and call a hotline, and they are all discreet. So that hotline will not, and there's hotlines you can call, and they will come and get you if you are in a scenario and get you up and out of there safely. Okay. Um. No, I mean, well, let me just, this is a premium question here really quick. When your head was bleeding, Smiley, you just went and got in the shower. You didn't go to the ER or the doctor or anything like that?
You know, he made me get in the shower right then. When he was still yelling at me as I was in the shower. He didn't look at my head till he was calmed down. He didn't make sure I was okay till I was fully calmed down. I didn't even look at it like.
Yeah. Okay. Let me hi Oliver, how are you? Oliver?
Oh yeah, I'm here. My bad.
Yeah.
Zeus, quick
Yes.
question. Well, not a question, really. You probably remember me. I used to be on here. My name is Foreign. You ever remember that name?
No, there's a lot of foreigns.
I used to
There's
be with Primo.
the scammer
fucking-
foreign?
I was never a scammer, nah. I used to have dreads.
Foreign, we remember you, yes.
Okay, look, so peep. I've been on Bigo. Well, I ain't been on Bigo in a long time, but I was on Bigo back in 2020, probably to 2023, something like that. Late night, this shit is funny to me. All these Bigo people, y'all really be watching this false shit that he be doing and shit, and it's just funny because I literally I was best friends with this nigga. I was with him when I was hearing all this BS shit from y'all when he was in Miami and I was in LA and then he came to LA. Y'all could go peep me. I used to be in that nigga Instagram stories every single day. So if there's anybody who know him, it's me. The nigga live with me. Late night is the brokest nigga I know. He uses bitches for money. That's how he get his way out of anything. He used to follow me for every play I had, every party I had, every plan I had, and would try to go through that. Late night don't got nothing going for himself. He don't got no driver's license, no identification. Motherfucker don't even got a bank account. He uses females for bank accounts. So I'm gonna just clear it up. This nigga goes after little kids, nigga fucking 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, fat bitches, you name it, everything. He do coke. He love coke. He bipolar. He got short man syndrome. What you want to know? You ask me, I'll tell you whatever.
Well, no, you know what, but you know what? While I appreciate that, I think that's going to diverge from what we were trying to say because a lot of the stuff you said we already know. So
Well,
no
he
shade,
can at
no
least
shade.
vouch for this. It was not too long ago, like detectives actually came to my house still trying to find him. That's why when Smiley called me and said she had a location, we're trying to find the detective's number, but we both got new
He
phones,
just
me and
sent
my
the
man. We
cops
can't
to my
fucking find
house
this
the
man's
first
number for
time.
shit. But he
He's
is
too close to me.
definitely wanted in California. They're still very much looking for him.
That's why
like,
they said he
very
was
much
wanted
looking.
for that because she told the police that he was
He
wanted.
leaves every state. He
tell.
stays in one state for just a little bit, and once his time is burnt out, he switched to a different state. He left from Miami and came to Cali, and I brought him to Cali and had him doing everything. Once I got out of his life, he went to Vegas and started trying to find shit to do in Vegas. He just running from the law and running from everything else.
Like they're very much looking for him. They said like they just can't pin where he is, and especially if it's someone else's house, like Smiley, they don't have a warrant for Smiley because her name's on the lease. They can't go in there. They can't do shit. But they've been building up a huge case on him. Like they're still checking in. It's been 3 years. They're still checking in to see if we know they're
So
watching his
2 days
life.
ago,
The feds are
detectives
watching
came
his
to your
life.
house looking for late night.
Yeah. Like how many months ago? Like right after I had the baby, not too many months ago. We had a knock on the door. They're like detectives from the whatever LA whatever. I let him in, and they are telling me everything. They say he's still at large. They're still trying to find him.
He even got a warrant for living with me. He stayed with he stayed with me and became a roommate. Didn't pay rent for almost 2 weeks there, and started getting aggressive towards my white homie who was the person who owned the whole place. And once that happened, late night and at the last month, ended up going in his room and taking all the shit from the my friend. He took a fucking gun that my friend had. That was probably a revolver under his thing. Nigga stole jewelry from him. That same cross chain y'all see him wearing every fucking day on this or in his Bigo stories or Bigo lives. It's a David Yerman chain. That nigga stole that from one of my roommates about a year ago. Everything he got, he steal. He stole half my clothes. Those Fendi shorts y'all see him wearing, he stole those from me. Y'all, that Cause Peak and white shirt y'all see him wearing, he stole that from me. And I could pull up receipts of me wearing the shit, text messages of him taking this shit and not trying to give shit back. This nigga is a straight scammer. He do whatever he can to fucking live his life and to stay on the run.
Wearing my
Why you think
jacket,
he
but
in
I've
different
never let him
states?
wear the other
Why you
day.
think he can't use his name for nothing? Have y'all ever asked him what's his real name? His real name is Jason Alvarez. The nigga won't tell y'all his real name. When he first got on Bigo, his name was Wavy with green eyes, and he was telling niggas he all had green eyes. Them green eyes was contacts that he was wearing for forever that was burning his fucking eyes out. Now he stopped wearing them. He ain't got no more appearances to uphold. He had to put dreads in to take his hair from what it was before to put dreads in to make himself look different. Take the colored eyes out to make himself look different. You tell me what
Still
kind
think
of
he
con
wears
artist we
colored eyes.
got.
I still think he do got the colored eyes. He probably got a new pair.
So wait a minute, they came, okay, so but he's been in and out of the courts according to him with legal stuff. So it couldn't be warrants. There's got to be
They must
something
have
that,
got him when I think what I'm thinking, right? When they got him in Vegas, all the shit from LA popped up. So when they took him in, they're probably combining everything together, dropping some things, picking up that's how it usually works. So I
But the
think that's what
system is
happened.
so
when you
screwed
go
up.
from state to
I've been in the
state.
system for forever. When you get in the system, they gotta find a bunch of shit to tie you fully all the way into it and build a whole report.
He has
They ain't
missing
just gonna
pieces
come get you
everywhere.
within 1 month, 2 months, a year. They gonna wait till they got everything, and then you finally get back in their vicinity, and then that's when they're gonna get you.
Yeah, they basically,
That's why he ain't touch foot in California.
He ain't coming
they,
back here. People hate him
I
here.
know y'all all
Everywhere
remember
you
that girl
go.
Snacks who he used to beat up on. I was at that house in fucking what that was either like Torrance or Orange County. That at that house that he got that girl Snackiana pregnant, and then I guess she had an abortion, and she would say he beat up on her and all that. I was at the house when he literally beat her and beat up his own dog. And I had to leave because I just don't be
But
involved
yeah,
with
that's
shit
another
like
thing that I
that.
heard he beat up Smiley's dog. We were at the beach in Santa Monica when I was with him, and he beat up our dog on the beach and had the police called to the beach, and they had to come check out the dogs, make sure they were okay. It was so embarrassing. I was like, what the fuck? This is
Y'all
crazy.
Bigo people need to stop supporting
I've
him because
seen
y'all the
him
only
throw
way
his
he able to
dog.
make some type
Yeah,
of money.
that's what it. I want to say that everyone on Bigo that still supports him, this is why he's still winning. You guys need to take him off.
well,
Once he loses Bigo, y'all will never
you're
hear late
speaking,
night no
baby.
more.
You speaking on deaf ears because these people will sit here and see somebody be a sexual assaulter, a rapist, in jail and support. So you let them down, motherfuckers, because when it happens to them or their children, we don't want to hear
Right.
it, bitch. So you're speaking on deaf ears. Let me just say this too. Let me just say this. And I think we're gonna say this in closing. Smiley, just for you, because I don't want to take away from that. Are you okay? And you're doing what needs to be done on the back end to get your have you gotten all of your things? Are there still things in that house that are yours?
I still have a bunch of stuff in my house. I only have some of my clothes.
Yeah.
But no, he should
Okay.
not mess with my stuff.
You don't have any contact with him, correct? As I told you, he's blocked on everything as
I
as
took
he
a
should be.
video of my room and my stream room before I left, but I didn't video the downstairs.
Smart
But
girl.
I
As long as
obviously am a streamer and I have pictures and videos of all my shit and all my pictures in the back of it. Like I have so many photos of my phone.
she doesn't need anything. She's with someone else right now. She is safe,
Yeah,
and that
my
is
friend.
and, and that is it. That is the she's still live streaming, you
And he
guys.
doesn't know where any of my friends live.
Yeah, she is safe. Don't even tell people where you're at. Don't even say that you're with a friend. Who knows where she's at, y'all? That's relevant. She's safe, and that is what our conversation was. And the most important thing is that's happening, and she's doing what needs to be done on the back end. Which, like I said, we're not going to speak about for certain purposes because when legal gets involved, she doesn't want to incriminate herself. But as long as you are safe, that is what is important, and that is the most that is what matters most in this situation. So, and eventually you're a smart cookie, so you'll do what you need to do. Let him be as crazy and crash out and do whatever and do all this for social media and Bigo, but you just make sure you take care of yourself mentally, you know what I'm saying? And we'll do a wrap up of when everything clears over, then and you give me the green light, then I'll tell people why we couldn't talk about the police coming constantly and the evictions and everything going on. I'll tell them later on, because I already know, I know. But anything else you want to say, Smiley, before I switch over to a solo? Okay. Why, thank you, Persian, for coming. Thank you, Oliver. I'm screaming for coming. Thank you, Smiley. And listen, there's a lot of people here who support you. I'm gonna let people go. I'm gonna go into a solo and let people come up and ask questions, Smiley. So if you did want to hang out and do that, you still can. You don't have to at all. It's to whatever your choice is. But as long as you stay safe and protect yourself in this new year, and we'll talk about this a little bit later on. But just take care of yourself, okay?
We love you, Smiley.
Yes. You have a lot of people who are rooting for you, okay?
All right, bye,
All
Zeus.
right.
Thank you.
Bye. Of course, Bill.